Well, a very good evening to you and many thanks for making time to be with us on this 12th day of January 2024. A very dark day here in the country after the demise, or rather following the demise of marathon world record holder Kelvin Kiptum yesterday night along the Kaptagat-Eldoret highway. Now that, among other stories that are making headlines across the country at this particular moment in time. Remember, you can watch this particular bulletin live on our Facebook and YouTube pages at Lookuptv. We begin our bulletin now, and world marathon record holder Kelvin Kiptum is dead. Kiptum and his Rwandese coach Gervais Akizimana died in a tragic road accident Sunday night in the Kaptagat area along the Elgeyo-Marakwet Ravine Road. Kiptum is said to have been the one driving the vehicle heading to Eldoret when the accident occurred. Kiptum was born on December 2nd, 1999 and is a Kenyan long-distance marathon runner and the marathon world record holder of 2 hours. He is the only person in history to run a marathon. Rather, he broke the record that was initially set by Eliud Kipchoge. Kiptum holds three of the top 6 fastest marathons ever. Last week, his team announced that he would attempt to run the distance in under 2 hours at the Rotterdam Marathon, a feat that has never been achieved in open competition. Now, still on the same story, and different leaders have come out to mourn the death of marathoner Kelvin Kiptum, which occurred on Sunday night. President William RUTO wrote on his X account describing Kiptum as a hero. The post reads, and I quote, "Kelvin Kiptum was a star, arguably one of the world's finest sportsmen who broke barriers to secure a marathon record. He was only 24 yet, as a hero, triumphed in Valencia, Chicago, London and in other competitions. His mental strength and discipline were unmatched. Kiptum was our future. Our thoughts are with the family and the sporting fraternity. Rest in peace." Now, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua mourned Kiptum, noting that young Kiptum, an outstanding star, flew the Kenyan flag extremely high, skipping and bringing glory to our nation, confirming to the world that indeed we are the source of champions in athletics. I join other Kenyans in mourning our hero, our marathon hero. May God grant the family and friends the grace to bear this huge loss. Opposition leader Raila Odinga also mourned Kiptum, saying, "Devastating news as we mourn the loss of a remarkable individual, Kelvin Kiptum, world record holder and Kenyan athletics icon." Together with his coach, they tragically passed on in an accident yesterday. My deepest condolence to his loved ones, friends and the entire athletics fraternity. Our nation grieves the profound loss of a true hero. Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka sent his condolence message, saying the news of the untimely passing of Kelvin Kiptum deeply saddens us. 24-year-old Kiptum was one of the fastest rising stars in Kenya's, indeed, the world's athletic scene. His potential was limitless. Our thoughts and prayers are with Kiptum's family, indeed, the larger athletics family at this most difficult time. On to the corridors of justice now, and a Nairobi court has acquitted businessman Yaneshi Divani and 4 others in a 1.5 trillion saga after 22 years. The court on Monday noted that the prosecution failed to prove fraud claims against Kenya Commercial Bank. Last month, Divani was charged with stealing 318 metric tons of jet fuel after being on the run since 2008, when he is said to have committed the offense.
these matters. That's why we are ready to hear the correction.
That will happen. Yes. That will fall.
Third is fine with me. 3rd of April. Yeah. Is that okay, Mr. Mbati?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. We can have it 3rd of April. And the mention is 26th for elections. All right. So we come back on 26th of March.
Yes, sir.
And then the hearing is on the 3rd of April.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Let's move forward now, and Deputy Senate Speaker Honorable Kathiri Murungi now says the Kenya Kwanza legislators will adhere to the recommendations of the bipartisan talks and endorse the report that is expected to be tabled in both houses. The report spells out how our IEBC commissioners will be appointed to avoid a constitutional crisis where there are pending by-elections and review of the deadlines for the boundaries, where it will expire next month. This comes as Azimio Moja One Kenya, one of Azimio coalition leaders, insists that the reconstitution of IEBC must be done in consultation with their party boss Raila Odinga, as earlier agreed between him and President William Ruto.
On Tuesday tarehe 13. Na ile kitu ya kwanza tunataka kufanya kwa bunge ni kuchambua ile report ya bipartisan committee ili iliwekwa na rais na kiongozi wa Azimio Raila Odinga. Na kwa hiyo report imependekeza vile IEBC itaweza kuteuliwa. IEBC number 1 commissioners wale watasimamia uchaguzi wa 2027. Na tukiwa viongozi wa Kenya Kwanza, sisi tunashukuru pia sababu pia court imesema kazi ya IEBC ile kamati ilikuwa iweko iendelee na kazi yake ndio tuweze kupata commissioners wale watasimamia uchaguzi. Na kwa formula kabisa ya kuweka commissioners imewekwa vizuri, kamati imewekwa vizuri, formula kuweka commissioners iko. Sisi tukiwa viongozi wale wanasupport serikali ya William Ruto, tutatumia haki na tuhakikishe ile mambo yote ilipendekezwa na hiyo kamati ya bipartisan committee tutafuatilia na tuhakikishe hiyo mambo imeenda vizuri. Hatutaki wakati huu tuanze kulaumiana kati ya side ya Kenya Kwanza na Azimio. Tunaomba tukae vizuri, yale mambo yaliwekwa na Karonzo na Kimani Ichung'wa committee tuweze kufuatilia ndio tuweze kuwa na uchaguzi mzuri wa 2027. Ndio tukimaliza uchaguzi kila mtu anaenda kazi yake. Kama umeshinda unaendelea na kiti, kama umeshindwa unaridhika square one na unaendelea na kazi yako.
To the education scene now, and Kupet national officials have opposed the move by the government to force parents to use the e-citizen platform in paying school fees, noting that it will be difficult for many Kenyans. Officials led by SG Akelomi Sori have called on the government to guarantee Kenyans that they will respect and obey court orders, which has halted the move for parents to use the e-citizen platforms to pay their fees.
We are asking government to guarantee that they will respect and obey the court orders in relation to the e-citizen platform, to give room for, among others, clear public participation and legislation and policy framework that will ensure that we do not have issues. Kupet does not fight technology, but technology should be to give citizens and more so stakeholders in education a very easy way of doing business with our schools. We also don't want this platform to negate the principle of willing buyer, willing seller, that you must use the e-citizen to transact the business with the school, as many have hinted that it will be very difficult to pay fees using in kind using the same platform.
Kuna ile pension scheme ambayo wafanyikazi wote wa serikali pamoja na walimu wako ndani, na wakati huu haina trustees. Tutaka kumwambia waziri wa fedha kwamba aweze kuweza kuandikisha majina ambao wale ambao wamepewa nafasi ya kuwa kwa hiyo trusteeship, sababu tumekaa takriban miezi karibu mitatu bila trustees.
North Member of Parliament Geoffrey Ruku has warned teachers in Beira to take their responsibility seriously to improve their performance in the semi-arid region that has declined. Ruku took a swipe on teachers at Kaungu Primary School for failing to manage and lead pupils in keeping a permanent ablution block clean. He was speaking during the presentation of an inaugural development check to Kaungu Primary School to give the learning institution a completely new face through comprehensive renovation.
Mpango ambao tumeanza hapa Kaungu Primary School ni mpango ya kuimarisha elimu katika hii constituency yetu ya Mbeere North. Elimu ya Mbeere North imekuwa imedhoofika miaka mingi, na ni lazima tuimarishe elimu ya Mbeere North ikae sawa sawa. Mashule yetu mingi katika Mbeere North, iwe ni ya sekondari ama ni ya primary school, iko katika hali mbaya kama vile ambayo tunaona kwa sasa. Ile ikifika miezi 3 miezi 4 kutoka leo itakuwa imepandilika ikae shule ya kisasa, shule ambayo wanafunzi wetu watasomea wakisikia wako sawa sawa, na pia walimu wajifunie kuwa na shule mzuri. Hiyo ni mpango ambao tumepanga na tumehakikisha ya kwamba itafanyika, na tutaka kutoa shukrani mingi kwa wale wote ambao tumeshikana na wao katika kuhakikisha ya kwamba hii mpango imepangwa na imekaa sawa sawa. Jamani ni walimu, if you cannot be able to manage such a simple facility, it means even managing this institution is a problem. These are your children, these are our children, isn't it? Make the children comfortable as they will be in your own house.
Members of the Luo community living in Isiolo County have reason to smile following the move by Isiolo North NGCDF office to allocate bursaries to 40 of their children. This being the first time the community has received such recognition in the constituency. Speaking upon receipt of the 40 bursary allocation forms, the community members noted that the move to recognize minority groups will ensure that they are not deprived of their rightful share of beneficiaries for the bursary fund.
Kwa majina naitwa Orwa David. Mimi ni mkazi wa Isiolo North constituency, na leo hii tumekuja kwa shughuli ya bursary, kupokea form za bursary, na nikiwa kati ya majamii mengine. Mimi ni jamii ya Jaluo, na nimeshukuru sana Mheshimiwa Joseph Lomwa Samal, mbunge wa Isiolo North, kwa jali na kutupatia form.
Kwa majina mimi naitwa Helen Omondi. Hii ni ishara ya kuonyesha anapenda watu wote, kwa sababu yeye sio Mjaluo, lakini kitendo yenye amefanya siku hii, jioni hii ya leo, sisi tunasema tumemuunga mkono na tutaishi tukimfuata nyuma. Hata akisimama kiti ya ugavana hapa Isiolo, tutasimama nyuma yake.
Kwa majina naitwa Bwana Peter Okech. Leo hii tulikuwa na shughuli muhimu wa kupeana forms za bursary ya Isiolo North constituency. Mimi ni mwakilishi wa Mheshimiwa Joseph Lomwa Samal, nikiwa nawakilisha jamii yangu ya Luo. Niliwaletea hapa forms 40. Mheshimiwa amekuwa wakarimu kwetu kwa tangu alipoingia katika uongozi.
Some sporting action now, and Tusker FC crushed Shabana 4-0 in the 21st round of the FKF Premier League, played at the Raila Odinga Stadium in Homa Bay County. Tusker are now fourth on the log with 34 points, while Shabana sit in 17th place with only 18 points. In the other matches, AFC Leopards secured a 1-0 win over Murang'a Seal as Bidco United went down 2-1 against Nzoia Sugar. Kakamega Homeboys also won 2-1 against Bankers KCB.
And also missed some chances. But second half we became more composed and more at least we played as a team. After learning how Shabana is playing, they have very new players. So we didn't know them well first half, but second half we saw how they are playing, then we changed the way we will approach them. And the players listened to what I told them. So we managed to score goals. Very good. It's nice for us.
Well, just so you know, Ivory Coast, the host nation of the AFCON 2023 competition, won 2-1 against Nigeria to ensure that they tie with the Nigerians in the amount of titles they've won. They both now have 3 titles to their name. On that particular note, we wrap up this particular bulletin, but we'll be bringing you detailed stories surrounding these circumstances. The death of one Kelvin Kiptum, the marathon world record holder. Of course, it is, like I said, a very sad, rather dark day here in the country. Safe to say, we've been robbed a Kiptum versus Kipchoge battle in the Olympics in Paris this year. Until then, do have yourself a wonderful evening, and like always, God bless.